Hello, hello, everybody. Thumbs up if you can see me, if you can hear me. What's up, Michael? What's up, Sammy? What's up, Andrew? What's up, Alan? Everybody turn cameras on, please. This is going to be highly interactive. What's up, Yardina? What's up, Victoria? James Kettle with the suit and tie, or the tie at least. I love it. Monica, good to see you. Callum, James Nolte, Scott Herman, good to see you, sir. It's been months since I saw you inside our academy. What's up, everybody? It's Brian Rose from London Real. And I'm the founder of the Crypto and DeFi Academy. Today, we're going to be talking about how to survive and thrive in the crypto bear market. I just put something in the chat here. Could you just type yes or no if you think we're in a bear market? All right, so just type that in the chat right now on Zoom. I see Jack said yes, GD says yes, Liam says yes, Saman says no, a few other people saying no here. So give me all your feedback here as well. Also, type in the chat and tell me what city you're from. Where are you at? You in the UK here? You in the States where I'm from? Where are you? Just type that in the chat. We got a bunch of people saying no on the bear market. Tenzilla, James says yes. William says yes. Monica says yes, bear market, bear market. John says have no idea. I totally get that as well. Again, turn cameras on if you can, because I'm going to give priorities to everybody turning cameras on. What's up, Dennis? Good to see you out there. Dennis, member of our Kings and Inner Circle as well. So great to see you here, Dennis. I'm going to be dropping some comments here on what do we think we're in a bear market. Again, tell me what city you're in. We got Mithiel in London. We got Yorkshire, Berlin, Ottawa, Jerusalem, France, Virginia, Scotland, India, Philadelphia. Type in and tell me what city you're from. Turkey, obviously turn cameras on as well. Ontario, Canada, Leeds in the UK, Helsinki, Toronto, Paris, France, South Africa, Prescott Valley, Arizona. I spent some time in Arizona, so I kind of know what's going on there. Great stuff. Again, turn cameras on. Good to see Salman as well, and Andy and William Nicholson. But if you can't turn cameras on here, because this is going to move pretty fast, I got a whole presentation I just cooked up for you on how we can survive and thrive in the crypto bear markets. Again, if you're new, just type in what city you're from, because I'd love to find out where you're going. We got some USA, some Manchesters, and type in yes or no if you think we're in a bear market. Yes, we're in a bear market. No, you think we're not in a bear market. And I'm going to be going into that a little bit deeper today when it comes to presentation as well. Tenzilla says, no, we're not again. A few no's here. Naples, Florida as well. So great to see everybody on this call. Again, the more cameras, the better. Sharon, appreciate you turning the camera on. Patrick, can I see you? John, Vlado, can I see you? Tenzilla, Liam, I love to see faces. Sammy, I appreciate that. Of course, Michael Batista. Michael, it feels like you're always hanging out with me here, so I really appreciate you as well. So great stuff. Slovenia. Some people say bull market. Okay, this is really good. We're going to address that today. So I'm going to go live on a couple of the channels here just to get more action going in the group here. And we're going to pop here on live as well. So let me just get this going here. And then I'm going to be sharing the screen. What's up, YouTube? And again, going live here on Instagram as well. If you guys want to come in with where all the cool kids are, go to londonreal.tv/Zoom. What's going on, everybody? Starting up here on Instagram and doing here a Zoom call in studio right now. It's londonreal.tv/Zoom if you want to join us. If you're here with me on Zoom right now, make sure that you type in what city you're from. And of course, if you think we're in a bear market, yes or no. For everybody here on YouTube and on Instagram, today's presentation is about how to survive and thrive in a crypto bear market. That's what we're talking about. And I appreciate all the good vibes coming in here. I'm going to share with you some things I think. I've got a whole presentation here I'm doing on Zoom. So if you want to see this, go to londonreal.tv/Zoom and go in there. And that's how we're really going to share this and show you what's going on. So appreciate everybody here on Zoom. Again, cameras on would be great. And let me jump in and share you this presentation because we've cooked up something that we think is really special. And I'm going to be sharing this with you. Again, keep the comments going and keep showing me your faces and thumbs up as well, because I've got you in the corner as well. And again, if you're coming late here, turn cameras on and tell me what city you're from and if you think we're in a crypto bear market, yes or no. So can everybody here on Zoom see my presentation? By the way, can everybody see that screen share? Thank you, Callum. Thank you, Andrew. Thank you, Alan Bateman. Thank you, James, as well. So it's great to see everybody here. This is how to survive and thrive in the crypto bear market. So it's 3 simple steps. I'm going to talk to you about what I'm seeing, what I'm hearing, what I'm thinking of these markets. Again, throughout my career on Wall Street, I went through pretty much every crisis. I saw the Asian crisis, the Russian crisis, the mortgage crisis, the Latin American crisis. I've seen them all cycle. So hopefully I can give you a little bit of perspective on kind of what I'm seeing here. Again, if you're following us on social channels, go to londonreal.tv/Zoom. It's where it's all kicking off. And again, we just want to make sure the YouTube stream is going well and make sure the live stream, because we're just got to check here on what that actually might look like over here. So we might be adjusting the portrait mode over here on YouTube if you're there. So again, let's just jump into it. We got people from Germany and Portugal. We got Scott Herman in Chicago as well. And let me jump into this presentation because it's super important. First of all, before we get started, I always like to put a quote up here of our old friend Sun Tzu from The Art of War, and just kind of show you what's happening here. So again, thumbs up if everybody can see this on Zoom. And it's something I always like to talk about. It's something that Sun Tzu once said: every battle is won before it's ever fought. And that's just a great perspective to kind of see what's going on here. And you might want to just check outside and see what they're seeing with the Zoom, and we can come back to it on YouTube. Just want to make sure everybody can see me okay on YouTube. So again, just really quickly, every battle is won before it's ever fought. We kind of want to have a plan before we go into these difficult situations. And so that's why we're talking about this today. Are we in a bear market? What can we do in a bear market? What does our portfolio look like? And that's what we want to move forward on. So let me keep this going on the presentation. Today, I want to talk about 3 key pieces. And that is this. First of all, recognize the market. The trend is your friend. How many people have ever heard me say that before? Thumbs up, or have heard that expression, the trend is your friend? Anybody here? Andrew Shepard has. I want to talk about that because it's something that was shared to me when I was really early on Wall Street. Next thing I want to talk about is bear market portfolios, blue chip, stable coins, etc. And you can restart that if you want as well. Also, I want to talk about how to build your future. And again, this is the time to build. I know so many people out there that are building during these times. And in 2018, also during what they call the bear market, we were also seeing people building. And you can do that through education, influence, and early stage. So that's what I want to talk about today. And that's what we're going to do moving forward. Let me just show you this chart of Bitcoin. Can everybody see that up here as far as our Bitcoin chart? This is like a 1-year chart. Callum, you can see that. And again, for everybody on social here, I'm sharing all this on londonreal.tv/Zoom. You can do that. We can just go live. We don't need a thumb or anything. And so what you can see here is obviously we see the highs of Bitcoin back in October. I was actually in the studio doing my 10-year anniversary show, and Bitcoin was hitting this, the highs at 68,000. And we've seen it come off from here. And you can see that we're obviously in some lower price action for the last 1 year. And it's important to understand the trend and to try to not necessarily go against the trend. And again, I'll just stop screen sharing so you can see my pearly whites here. But what I was always taught on the early days of Wall Street is the trend is your friend, as in don't try to be the person that tries to switch the trend. Try to be the person that tries to go along with the trend. Everybody here on Zoom, does that just concept make sense to you here? And again, we all kind of want to be the contrarian and choose what's different. But what's really important sometimes is to also kind of go with the flow and to be aware of the situation you're in. So that's something I always like to think about and talk about, and it was something that was drilled into me as well. Again, great to see our Zoom audience. If you can turn cameras on, I'd love to see beautiful faces. And again, just one more thing for our Zoom audience. If you're coming a little bit late, type yes if you think we're in a bear market, no if you think we're not in a bear market, and just type in and tell me what city you're from as well. We got people in Nairobi, Regina, Canada, Germany, and some people are loving the orange tie with the blue stripes, so I appreciate you feeling the wardrobe here as well. So let me just get back and continue with this presentation because I think it's really important to talk about this. So again, we need to recognize the market for where it is. And right now we are seeing Bitcoin at some lows for the last year. Obviously, we dipped down to similar price levels, kind of back, as you can see from this trend, back last year. But what we're seeing is a trend. And again, a lot of people are talking about this being in a bear market. And I want to address it because I think it's really important. So let me just go to my next slide. And let's define what a bear market is. Can everybody see this on Zoom? This is actually the definition of a bear market. And it's kind of by a classic Wall Street definition. So I'll go ahead and read this out for everybody. But a bear market is technically a prolonged period of price declines in a stock or entire market, usually of 20% or more from a recent high. And again, it's typically tracked by the major indices like the S&P 500 and the Dow Jones Industrial Average. The problem I have with that is this, is that in crypto, this happens all the time, 20% market corrections. Does everyone know that in crypto, right? Crypto is so volatile that it's very strange to try to have the classic ways of looking at things, the way that we look at things here. And so it's something that's always kind of frustrating and weird to have the old market definitions viewed the way that we look at crypto here. So I would say, yes, technically, according to the old Wall Street analysis, this is a bear market. But in crypto, it's kind of a normal day at the marketplace to a certain extent. So I think terminology is very important and language is important. And if you walk around repeating yourself, we're in a bear market, we're in a bear market, we're in a bear market, it means that you might be contracting, you might not be taking action, you might not be building, and it could become a self-fulfilling prophecy. So again, just type yes in the chat if you agree with me, or thumbs up if you agree with me as far as what I'm talking about here. It can become a point where you kind of convince yourself that this is a bad situation. And again, according to traditional markets like stock markets that are liquid, then we kind of know that, and we can stream it vertical if you want. Then we can do that. And if not, it's important to find out what we can do moving forward. And that's really crucial here. So again, I'm really curious what everyone's thinking here in the chat. Yes, if you think we're in a crypto bear market. No, you don't. A lot of people are agreeing that this really is kind of a mindset. And that's what I think it is as well. I think it's really important to keep that in mind. So that's just definitions here. I want to talk about what you can do in this market, because having your portfolio squared away, whether it's a bear market or a sideways market, is a really important concept to have. So let's talk about this. And today I want to talk about what is a bear market portfolio, or what is a sideways market portfolio. And that is, what does your portfolio consist of? And again, I always like to talk about things like blue chips, stable coins, altcoins, why having stable and cash is important. Can I just get thumbs up or type yes in the chat if people here have a part of their portfolio in stable coins or cash? That's really what I want to know as well. And we can just stream that live at any point. Just go live on YouTube there. So if anybody just types yes if you have that in there, and then of course what stable coin you might have in there, whether it's USDT or anything, that'd be super important. And again, just put that in there. And I want to talk about what I mean by this and why it's super important to look at that portfolio breakdown. So can everybody see this pie chart here? This is a portfolio of a major crypto influencer as of 2021. And the reason I put this up there is because it's important. We've had a lot of influencers on the show, and you can really see with them what's important and what they're seeing as far as what's crucial. And so again, this was their portfolio back in 2021, and you can see lots of different coins here, like DOT and Solana. Can everyone kind of see that breakdown here? Some Bitcoin, some Ethereum, and that's a really interesting portfolio to see. I want to shout out everybody on YouTube who's joining us here. We'll just get the camera angle squared away a little bit. We might even hold that with our hand until we get it ready. And so again, this is what this typical portfolio looks like. The reason I bring this up is because it's kind of complicated to look at all these different coins and figure out what it actually is. And that's why I like to break this portfolio down into 4 types of coins. So again, what are those 4 types of coins? We'll go ahead and look at this here. Hold on, let me just do this. The 4 types of coins that we try to break this portfolio down are these. First of all, one type of coin is called blue chips and Ethereum. That's a really important thing, is our Bitcoin and Ethereum are what we call our blue chip stocks. And again, if people could type in the chat here on Zoom, if you've got Ethereum or you've got Bitcoin, go ahead and type there Bitcoin or Ethereum as far as what you have if you own these. These are considered the blue chips of the crypto market. And it's something that, again, they have the biggest market caps. Now, there's nothing stable about them. There's nothing that are necessarily blue chip about them. And I see everybody's got both. Randall's got both. Dave's got Bitcoin, et cetera. And I'll talk about why this breaks down the portfolio and why it's really important shortly. So again, those are the blue chips, Bitcoin and Ethereum. The next asset class is stable coins. And again, if you're in the chat here on Zoom, type in which stable coins you own, USDT, USDC. Really important just to type those in there. The next one is altcoins, and I'd be curious what everybody has here when it comes to altcoins. Is that what I consider the top 100 market cap coins. So again, if you're in Zoom right now, what altcoins do you own? This is anything basically non-stable coin, non-Bitcoin, not Ethereum. Do you own Cardano? Do you own Solana? Do you own Sandbox? I'm just curious what people are saying here. And again, I see a lot of people. We got XRP, we got Doge, we got Cardano, we got Litecoin, we got DOT, we got Atomic, etc. This is a really important piece to have. So that's fine. That's okay. We can just stop it. So Solana, we got Matic, which is great. Okay, that's perfect. And then the last thing I want to ask you about is the next 100x coins. And maybe just take it in the other room. Julian can get you to figure it out. And then with next 100x coins, so that is anything else besides those top 100. So it's ones that are 100 to 500 in market cap. It could be early stage or pre-sale tokens. That's what I called your 4th asset class. And again, if anybody has one of those Next 100X coins or early stage tokens, if you could type those in there, and people are talking like Baby Doge and some of these others, these are these like smaller ones that we think are more for growth. So those are the 4 types of coins that I like to look at a portfolio. And let's look at that same portfolio, but now broken down in those 4 types of coins. Can everyone see this portfolio now? Much simpler to see, isn't it? Can you see that, Aaron? Can you see that, Alan? Can you see that, Edmund, as well? And Andrew Shepard, can you see that? So now that's the same portfolio, but now it's much simpler to understand because look, half of it is these, what we call the blue chips. You can see the stable coin is just 8.5%. The altcoins is 27.6%. And you can see the next 100X coins, those smaller protocols, are 15.5%. So this is a way of really simplifying our portfolio and saying, look, it's always one of 4 things. It's a blue chip, it's a stable coin, it's an altcoin, or it's something called Next 100X. So I'm just going to stop that screen share and just come back here and look at Zoom. Again, if you're following us on any socials, go to londonreal.tv/Zoom and you can join us in here. Just my Zoom audience here. Is this making sense so far as a concept of that portfolio? And again, I'd love it if you could just keep typing in the chat and tell me what coins do you own right now. If it's Bitcoin and Ethereum that you're heavy on your portfolio, type those in. But also, do you still have some of those altcoins? Do you still have something like an early stage investment as well, or something? And again, I'm just looking through here. We got the Rune, we've got Juno, we've got Rally, we've got GRT, we've got all sorts of other pieces as well. So that's all good. So many interesting things here. We got VET, XM, very helpful. Okay, good. So again, now that we've broken our portfolio into those 4 pieces, it's really important that we just kind of now look like, what does our portfolio look like when we're in a sideways market or a bear market? And this is really crucial, so definitely pay attention because this is kind of important. So there's our portfolio asset classes there. Now let's look at it as if we have, so that's our asset class before. Let's say we were in a bull market portfolio. If we were in a bull market and we thought this thing was really going up, we thought Bitcoin was going to be going 3x in the next few months, we thought everything was going to improve, this is what a bull market portfolio looks like. And you can see these breakdowns. You can see that even though we have the blue chip coins, that's part of our portfolio, we have a lot of our portfolio in altcoins, 40%. Can everybody see that? 40% in those altcoins. And this is probably what a lot of your portfolios look like towards the end of last year. And we've got those next 100X coins as well. But this is when we expect the market to really be going up in a maximum way. We've got very few assets in stablecoin. Can everyone see that? Only 2% of our money in stablecoins. Because why would you want it in stablecoins if you think it's going up? So this is what a bull market portfolio looks like. I think most people would agree we're not in a bull market right now. But still, it's something that we could think about for what we want to do going forward. Now that's in contrast with what other portfolios might look like. So this is an unsure market portfolio. So again, I'm not saying this is a bear market yet, but we're somewhere flat going forwards. In this market, you can see we're heavy on blue chips. Can everybody see it all of a sudden here? This is a 60% Bitcoin and Ethereum market, right? And so we've really got these blue chips because we know they're going to be the most stable assets when the market is kind of going sideways. The next thing we see is we've got a chunk of our portfolio in stable coins. Can everyone see that? 20% of the market is in stable coins. We've got that ready just in case to keep our powder dry in case we want to buy something, but we also know we want a cash position as well. We've got 15% in altcoins, and again, a tiny sliver in the next 100X coins because we're not sure where the market's going to go, and we know that the altcoins aren't going to do as well when things are coming off. So that's what the insured market portfolio looks like. Let me show you what a bear market portfolio looks like, because this is when we're really unsure about the future, when we think things are going down. We go from heavy blue chip to where we go heavy stable coin. Can everybody see this large area in red? This is cash is king portfolio. This is where you're really not sure what's going to happen. You want to load up on cash or cash equivalents. You still want to have something in those blue chip coins, as we can see, but also you've trimmed the rest of your holdings down significantly to where you don't have much exposure in the altcoins and the early stage investing coins. So again, it's important to think about your portfolio this way. I'm just going to unshare the screen so I can see you again. Type yes in the chat if you have lightened up on your altcoin positions in Next 100X coins and you've gone more into Ethereum and Bitcoin. Just type yes in the chat if you've done that. Type no if you're still into those coins. But I'm just curious what people say. So Callum is saying yes. Celin's saying no. There's a few yeses. So people have gotten out. Okay, boom, that and XRP as well. So we already see people are adjusting their portfolio, which is really important. And again, this is a market where when the market is trending sideways or down, we're seeing a lot of people that want to get out of these coins and they want to kind of stay away from that as well. So it's something just to be aware of, that when the markets are going sideways or trending down, you want to be either in cash or in those blue chip coins, because the rest of the market is going to underperform what the blue chips are doing. And that's just an important concept, and you want to be able to change and adjust your portfolio accordingly. This is a really important point, and it's something just to think about your portfolio constantly. And if you can take one thing away from today, it would be that your portfolio is classified into 4 asset classes. And again, if you can, type them in the chat if you remember what those 4 asset classes, right? Blue chips, and again, if you own blue chips, if you could just type blue chip in the chat, that means you own some Ethereum or Bitcoin, probably everybody here. The second asset class is stable coins. Do you own stable coins? And again, which ones? I'm guessing USDT or USDC. That's your cash basis. The third is these altcoins. You know, again, it could be these layer 1 protocols that we've had on the show, could be these metaverse plays, etc. But that's just really interesting what we want to see. And of course, the last thing is those final next 100x coins and those early stage investments. That's really what we want to talk about. But you want to be able to adjust these pieces of the portfolio accordingly, and that's really, really going to make a big difference going forward. So that's what I want to do. I want to just share the screen a little bit more. And it looks like there's a lot of people that have BTC in here, blue chips as well, blue chips and stable coins. And this is great. Again, I want to start taking questions towards the end of this and start answering questions for anybody here. Let me just get back and share the screen one more time, because I want to just make a couple other final points here as well. Again, so that's our bear market portfolio. Just keep in mind that you want to adjust your portfolios accordingly. So right now, if the market goes down, you're going to see altcoins and next 100x coins and early stage investments go down even more, a bigger proportion than say your Bitcoin and Ethereum. Obviously, cash doesn't go down when the market goes down. So cash is the one thing that just stays stable even when things go up and down. Your blue chips are going to hold the value as the market goes down. But then if the market goes up, your altcoins are going to outperform those blue chips. And I hope that's making sense a little bit more here with everybody on Zoom. And it's important to think about your portfolio when it comes to those perspectives. So again, we've talked about the first thing. Are we in a bear market? Yes or no? Classically, Wall Street says yes, we are. But in Bitcoin and crypto, we know it's really a matter of opinion. The second thing that we want to think about is what's the breakdown of our portfolio? How do we adjust things in and out of that portfolio? Really, really important. And the last thing I think is really important that we talk about today, and something that's I always like to talk about, is building your future. Because this is the time where a lot of companies are building, and a lot of people are building, and a lot of you are building as well. And this is the time not to forget that that's a great use of your resources and even your mental capital. Because you've got to do something with it. If you can't just watch the price of coins and go ahead and invest in these altcoins, this is a time where you can do 3 things. And I want to share with you a couple of my students that are doing this right now, which will pay off big dividends as we come into or back into another bull market in crypto. And those are 3 things: education, influence, and early stage. This is really, really important. And this is really, really crucial. So it's something that I think we should talk about and something that's really important. Let's just talk about those 3 pieces. And again, any questions that you have, put that in the chat. And I want to open this up for questions and discussions after that. But again, first of all, education. This is the time to learn about DeFi protocols, to learn about layer 1 protocols, to learn about the metaverse, which is happening. Facebook just announced they're actually changing the ticker from FB to Meta everywhere. They're rebranding this whole thing. We know the future is the metaverse. A lot of companies in Web 2.0 are going to Web 3.0 with their metaverse plays. NFTs are still going to evolve. They're going to become products of your own information. They're going to have membership. They're going to have coins associated with the NFTs, as we've seen with the Ape coin. Super exciting stuff happening here. So that's really crucial. And of course, lastly, we know gaming and blockchain gaming. It's just going to be massive. According to experts, I think 3 billion people in the world play games. And that's really important to think about and to know that this is something that we really have to process. So I got some great questions coming here through IG, which is appreciate, and just want to shout out some of those. The next thing I want to talk about is influence, and then of course, early stage. Right now is the time to be contacting and talking to people early stage so you can learn about protocols, advise them, and promote them as well. And when it comes to your influence, now is the time to reach out and help. How many people here on Zoom, just thumbs up if you constantly educate people or tell people about crypto or try to give people help and advice. I see a couple hands going up here. Michael does and Aaron does as well. This is a really important thing to do, kind of Alan does a little bit. This is something we constantly want to do and talk about and evolve because we think it's really crucial and really, really important as far as what's happening. So again, this is what we think is the future. I just want to come and also answer a few questions, but I want to kind of show off a few of my students in here because these are success stories that I have. And again, I love bragging about my students, but one of them is Marianne. And again, she's taking the time right now in the last 6 months and 1 year to build her influence. She's starting her own live events, and a bunch of my students inside Kings of DeFi and Investment Club and also inside our Crypto and DeFi Academy, they're actually helping teach. And most of them are very terrified to have their first event because they don't always feel like they can contribute, but actually you can contribute something. So Marianne just did her first event. She's going to start her YouTube channel soon. And we really encourage all of our students to go out there and just be an influence and really start things. So if you're inspired by some of these people, just type yes in the chat here as well. Also, I'm curious, are any of you interested in being influencers or being advisors or being teachers or having your own crypto education? Just type yes if it is or what you want to do as well. That would be really curious. Another one of our success stories is Andrew Haynes. Andrew is literally building the metaverse. This is his mansion inside the sandbox. He's got his own NFT gallery. He's got a mansion that's almost as cool as Snoop Dogg's. He's actually got Snoop Doggy NFTs, and Andrew is constantly teaching other people, advising them on how to buy land, advising them how to buy NFTs as well. And it's just what we see people doing. So again, if you think we're in a sideways market, if you're complaining about the price of Bitcoin on a regular basis, just remember you could be up there adding value and really pushing this and talking this up with people. And we really think that's an important thing to do and something that really makes you empowered and powerful and really exciting to do. So that's what Andrew's doing. And of course, Encore, just one of our star students, he has created a YouTube channel. He started doing one video a day every single day about 120 days ago. He stuck with that commitment, and you can see now his videos rocking 50,000 views, 30,000 views. He flipped a Tom Brady NFT. He just crossed 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. He's going to the moon, and we really appreciate this. So again, this is something that you can do as you progress yourself and your influence as well. So again, a lot of people in here talking about, oh, Crypto Bull Society, Matic is in there. So you know what Andrews is all about. A lot of people want to tutor, they want to do events, they want to do groups as well. And this is something that we constantly encourage our students to do. So again, I believe in order to be successfully long-term in crypto, you have to invest in your education, you have to find mentorship, you have to find community. We want to be here to try to support and empower London Real, Crypto and DeFi Academy to get you to take to the next level. This is when the market needs you. The market doesn't always need you when Bitcoin's going to 60, 70, 80,000. It needs you now to help educate people, to help advise, to help build your influence and start to teach. And this is the time to really double down on the education and everything that you're doing here. And that's why we're here teaching every single day, broadcasting content, putting out interviews, and really telling people how to take their life to the next level when it comes to being an influence. And so again, some of you here are graduates of our program. Just thumbs up if you've already graduated or you're currently in one of our programs. I see a bunch of grads out there like Michael and Zabig and Scott as well. So again, we really want to try to mentor you as well and try to push you to the next level. And this is what we do inside of our programs. This is what we teach. And some of you have already graduated from, but we have a couple days time. We're starting again our Crypto and DeFi Academy. And this is where we just get you to the next level. We make sure that you're proficient in all the protocols, but we talk about everything we just talked about. We talk about stable coins. We talk about blue chips. We talk about security. We talk about DeFi. We talk about investing. I also go deep into metaverse and NFTs. We constantly talking about these concepts and what that is going forward. So this is what we teach. Also, it's 4 weeks and 4 modules, and we get you through this boot camp. Now is the time actually to invest in yourself and start this program. It really is, because now you can be ready when crypto is going to make its move. And we know this is an infrastructure. We know this is a paradigm shift in actual all of humanity. We know this is going to be what the internet was like. It's going to be ubiquitous. It's going to be everywhere. And so that's what we do inside of our program. And again, now is the time to really join us on this journey. This is me teaching with so many of you in the past, and this is how we do this. I'm literally right here in this space teaching you how to take everything to the next level. And we couldn't be more proud of all of our students and our success and everything that's happening as well. And some people are saying they remember the internet from back in the 2000s. And I want to answer a bunch of questions. So again, type in the chat right now, any question you have right now about any single process, anything about the metaverse, et cetera, because I want to just answer some questions right now. But just to finish off with what we do inside the Crypto and DeFi Academy, it's really an important place. It's where I go in. It's 8 hours of live calls and training. We got a triple tiered accountability system, which makes sure you do the work. We got our dedicated coaches and team leaders, and we got a private group for posting information. Most people who have been through the experience know it's amazing to actually upload videos and talk about what's going on. Again, it's better than watching another YouTube video on crypto. That's not really what this is all about. And so that's what we do inside of our course. And if you're here with me on Zoom right now, you're part of our email list and part of the people that have already interacted with the site. And so if you want to go ahead and join us right now, you can on the course. You're pre-approved. There's a link down there that we'll stick in the chat as well. It's unreal.tv/buy. We're going to start on Monday with a brand new course. We got a brand new group, and we're really excited to talk about how to do this. And this is the time to build. This is the time where a lot of people are pulling back. We actually want to move forward. We want to go hard on these protocols. And it's something that we couldn't be more excited to do. So we'll put the link in there as well to go ahead and do that. I just want to quickly say the course is 4 modules. It's got 4 things that we talk about. The first is all of crypto and DeFi explained. We get you to read that Bitcoin white paper. We talk about Ethereum launching. We talk about smart contracts, Uniswap, Black Thursday back in 2020, liquidity mining, and again, Ethereum 2.0 and more, which is now being talked about in a big way. Week 2, we get right into it, and we really go into hot wallets, cold wallets, security. You get in those stable coins, you get in those blue chip coins, you really understand centralized exchanges and decentralized exchanges, and you execute your first swap on Uniswap is what a lot of the students do. Module 3, again, we go even deeper. We get into yield farming, we get into liquidity pools, we get into options trading, we get into derivatives. We go hard and get you to actually do these things and not just read about them. And of course, module 4 is where we talk about how to manage your portfolio for the future, how to really get in there and put those asymmetric trades on, how to manage your portfolio in what is a bear market or not, really important. And of course, all of the future and how we invest for the long term. So that's what happens in those 4 weeks. It's pretty incredible. You can join our academy. Again, it's leonardreal.tv/buy. It's happening. We start in the next few days, and we're very excited to just have you on here. You're pre-approved if you're on this Zoom call. If you're on social, you probably got to come join us over here to find that link. It is leonardreal.tv/buy, and you can find it. Again, we added a few bonus here because we think there's a lot more happening as well. We've got a whole group called our Investment Club, where we talk about early stage and pre-sale tokens, and we're looking at pitch decks on a regular basis, and I couldn't be more proud of the group in there and the traction we're seeing. But there's a bonus video on how to really understand pre-sale tokens and early stage investments that we give you with the course. We've also got a bonus with my mentor Dan Pena live at the Ritz, which is a 6-hour one-day event we held that we give access to for anybody who gets the course. It's quite a jolt, and it really gets you to start taking action even when times are kind of tricky right now and kind of things feel uncertain. And lastly, I've got a whole piece of video that talks to you about NFTs, how to trade them, how to understand them, how to value them, and how to really get involved in that marketplace. Again, NFTs aren't just a JPEG. The NFT of the future will be you owning your information, you owning your medical history, you owning your browsing data as well. So again, you're pre-approved here on this call, leonardreal.tv/buy. The link is there. And you can go ahead and do it. What I'd like to do is answer some questions right now. But as you know, our academy is really for people that want to invest in this in the long term. This isn't for crypto day traders. I think those people lose money. This isn't for people looking to get rich quick. Again, those people lose money. This isn't people that really like to just get out there and become blockchain fanboys and academics. These are people that want to take action and learn this difficult and challenging art of how to really manage a portfolio and be in these markets for the long term. So again, you know, one of my favorite movies is the movie Wall Street. And I always say, Bud Fox, before he goes in to see Gordon Gekko, he says, life all comes down to a few moments. And this is one of them. And that's what I'd say to all of you. This is the time to really invest in yourself and the education, get that influence, get that community so you can take this to the next level. I'm telling you, the billion-dollar protocols of the future are going to be built this year from people who took action and didn't sit on the sidelines and try to, you know, wallow in their tears. This is the time to build. And when I go to these conferences and talk about the behind the scenes, everybody is building. Everybody is building. And that's what we're doing here. So again, you're all pre-approved for that. Just coming back to the Zoom call, thumbs up if that helps you, and thumbs up if you feel like you're ready to build in this bear market. Just type yes in the chat or build in the chat if you think that this is the time. And again, you can see a lot of people are like yes as well. And a couple questions here. Richard says, this for crypto illiterates. You know, we have people ranging in our course. Some people have never, ever owned a cryptocurrency in their life before. Some people own Bitcoin back in 2013 like I did. Some people have their own dApps. Some people don't even understand what gas is on Ethereum. So we try to bring everybody up the curve, and there's something for everyone to learn. And then the community is what people get from the long term, which is really important. So a bunch of people are saying time to build here, time to build, which is great. That's really important. I want to answer some questions that are coming here. And Looks like Lori says she wants to really talk about the NFT thing, and I'm going to address that quickly. Just want to say big shout out to people on Zoom, and Michael Batista. I saw your comment earlier saying DeFi Academy is a great experience. So thank you, Michael. We really appreciate you. Again, Tenzilla said the biggest thing students can take away from the course, it's really action. You want to be around a group of people that are real, with real names and real portfolios. You want to have mentorship. You want to have some guidance in what can be a pretty crazy market right now. You really need to focus on that North Star. You need to make sure that you're moving forward. You need to make sure that you're doing the right things. So that's what we really want to encourage, and that's what you get out of this. Again, it's so easy to get caught up in all the fear and the headlines and the clickbait. What we want to do is take a step back, zoom out, and try to make sure that we do those right things and we keep going. So that's important. A bunch of people on Instagram and Zoom just saying thank you. Some people are saying they're very early stage. Some people say I'm becoming a Bitcoin maximalist. And again, these markets will really challenge you and challenge your beliefs, which we totally understand. But again, this is the time to really go down and build as well. Emma Chisholm on Zoom says, with hyperinflation in countries like Canada, with stablecoins pegged to the dollar, how do I see affecting this value? So again, stablecoins are a great asset to have that you can flip in and out of altcoins and the blue chips. But again, it ultimately is pegged to a fiat currency that has inflation. Right now, it's important to think about where these assets are in the long term, whether you want to be in a fiat currency, whether you want to be in, say, a Bitcoin equivalent. And again, there's some great questions coming in here to Zoom right now. One thing that is clear to me is that fiat currencies are not dead yet. Central banks still have a lot of power. So you want to understand that you have those positions in here. And you want to understand that you're comfortable holding those fiat positions. And right now, you've got things like gold, you've got real estate, you've got Bitcoin, you've got Ethereum, you've got stable coins. And it's important to be able to move in and out of those in your portfolio, especially when crypto looks like it's in a bear market. You'd rather be in a stable coin, even if that stable coin has inflation issues. So again, some great questions coming in here. Carolyn Swing says, thank you for all the information. We appreciate that as well. And a lot of people are getting there. And again, all currency, a bunch of people are saying here is fiat, which is an interesting thing. You know, a lot of the cryptos are communities, and that's what we buy into. We buy into a community, to a protocol. We buy into this concept of transparency and freedom. And that's why we're big fans of what's going on inside the crypto world. That's why we know this is the future. And again, the markets will go up and down. The price of Bitcoin every day or every week isn't even that important. What's important is you see here, this is a technology shift, a human paradigm shift, and you want to be involved in it. Again, now is the time to invest and build. Now is not the time to go ahead and stick your head in the sand and to try to hold off, because again, I've spoken to a lot of people on my show that have billion-dollar protocols that built them back in 2018 when things were in the bear market. So it's important now to just stay focused, to check and make sure that you're believing into things for the right reasons, to make sure your portfolio is positioned accordingly. So again, if you think we've got some choppy times ahead, stay in your stable coins, stay in your blue chip coins. If you think that we got time that we're ramping up, that's when you want to move into your altcoins and your next 100x coins. But always want to be wary of where that portfolio is all the time. Next thing is, remember, the stock markets are different than the crypto markets, but the crypto markets are getting big enough to where they're actually quite correlated. But what the stock market person might call a bear market, in crypto it might be something else. So don't get caught up into that same recurring mindset. The last thing is, make sure you use this time to invest. Invest in yourself, invest in your network, invest in those early stage protocols that need your advice and help, invest in your friends and family, and teach them to go along the way. That's what we have to do here. Don't let this year just be a time where we watch Bitcoin go sideways for 3 or 4 months. It's not a good use of your time. A good use of your time is to start educating yourself. And we'd love to help you. That's why we're always moving students through our Crypto and DeFi Academy. We love to teach, we love to educate, we love to bring people way up the curve when it comes to these aspects. And it's something that we're really, really excited about. So again, people are asking me when to go in on the 100x coins. You know what? I would rather we see some forward price action before you start going into altcoins and next 100x coins, because when the market comes off, those come off significantly more. And because they have smaller market caps, because they haven't proven their concept yet, and they're highly correlated to Bitcoin and Ethereum. So I would say, if you think the markets are going to be down or flat, make sure that you're in those stable coins, you're in those blue chip coins, which is why I had that portfolio breakdown. And again, if you think things are coming off significantly, you want to be in a stable coin or in another asset for sure, as opposed to something like Ethereum, etc. A couple other few comments here, and I really appreciate that. Bitcoin white paper, I think you can find on bitcoin.com, or just Google Bitcoin white paper. It's something that all of my students do as well. Someone was saying, Satoshi created Blockcoin to enable to be developed a true currency, but it was never done. You know, there's a lot of controversy as far as if Bitcoin is truly decentralized. What it is now, it's the most decentralized thing out there. It's the closest thing we have to a digital gold, and it's exciting that that exists. Again, we have to always make sure that it stays transparent, that it doesn't stay decentralized. And that's why we constantly have people on our show talking about these concepts, even Roger Ver with Bitcoin Cash. It's also why we talk about things like Ethereum and stable coins and lots of layer one protocols. We want to continue to have these discussions. So appreciate that. Andrew Shepard just give me some love here. So thank you, man. Always just trying to add value to you and get you in here. We'd love to have you evolve some way inside our Crypto and DeFi Academy. So again, if you want to join this next course on Monday, it's londonreal.tv/buy. That's the hot link. Also, you can continue to train with us as well in our Kings of DeFi and our investment club, where we're looking at early stage developments. This is the time to invest in yourself. A lot of my students in Kings right now are starting YouTube channels. They're starting their own influencer brands. All of these things are going to pay off with heavy dividends in the future when these become an active and more active. And that's what's super exciting about this, because this is the time to build. Trust me, cryptocurrency, decentralized finance, metaverse, and NFTs, it's not going anywhere. How many people agree with me? Thumbs up if you agree with me. It's not going anywhere, right? This is just a matter of time. Look at where the internet was back in 2000. Look at where it is today. 20 years later, it's everything that we do. Everything you do today will be somehow affected and involved in the internet. In 20 years' time or 10 years' time, the same is going to be true about blockchain technology. It's going to enable everything we do. It's going to be a transparent way. It's going to be a permissionless way. It's going to be a trustless way of us interacting with each other and exchanging value peer-to-peer and globally. So this is happening. The question is do you want to be involved or not? Do you want to watch, or do you want to be the, as we say, the man in the arena or the woman in the arena? To do that, you have to put your foot on the accelerator. You have to use this time to invest in yourself, find that mentorship, train yourself, learn, and take action. And don't just read another story on Cointelegraph and watch the price of Bitcoin. That's not healthy. Is everybody going a little crazy these days, watching the price of Bitcoin and reading more articles that scare them all the time, right? Callum knows what I'm talking about, right? I don't think that's healthy. So you want to be surrounded by a peer group that constantly reminds you you're on the right track, that makes investment decisions that are conservative as well, that just keep us moving forward. So that's what I would say. Any final questions, put them in here. I just want to say thank you to everybody who was following us today and who got some value out of what we were talking about today. It's really important that we keep talking about this. I hope this caused you to think about something. These final points I want to make are this. First of all, are we in a bear market? Yes or no, it's possible. But again, remember who defines that. It's the old centralized world. Yes, we're into some uncertain times in crypto. So let's recognize that. Second thing is, if we are in a bear market, how do we adjust our portfolio accordingly? Do we put things more into stable coins, more into blue chip coins, or do we manage our risk accordingly? The third thing is investing in ourselves, investing in the community, investing in all of those things. And that's a really, really important piece. And that's what we always want to be talking about. Some other questions coming in here and talking about that way, and some great comments here, and appreciate Robin saying these good things as well, and appreciate a lot of the love and greetings coming in here as well. So really important, and we appreciate you. Again, there's always protocols coming out here. We see things happening with stable coins and algorithmic stable coins. We see protocols being tested and challenged. It's all wins for us, because without problems and failures, we can't actually go and create the new solutions. So what we're seeing here is a lot of really interesting questions about this technology. Is it going to be viable? Is it going to work? Is it going to continue to push the needle forward? All we can do is take action, be conservative in our investments, make sure you're involved now, educate yourself, and educate everybody around you in your community. That's the most important thing to do. And again, it's what we do inside the Crypto and DeFi Academy, and it's kind of what we love to do, and it's really important. And a lot of people say, how can you start for crypto from the beginning? Like I said, we have all sorts of people in the range from our communities. We've had 18-year-olds to 78-year-olds, people that own crypto, people that never own crypto, people that have crypto for a long periods of time. We think we put together a great community, and we think we put together an amazing group of people, and that's why we try to build that community. So again, it's londonreal.tv/buy if you want to join it. Join our community. We start in a few days. A couple things people are always saying that's really important here. Yes, we talk about crypto wallets, Ricardo, in the course. We go into hot wallets, cold wallets. We go into all these different protocols. We talk about security, which you have to make sure is your own. Again, we talk about stable coins, blue chip coins, altcoins. We talk about my 10-coin rule, my 30-day watch list, all of these different pieces that we push together, and it's all out there making it happen, and that's really what we're trying to do. So it's exciting stuff. I hope that helps, Ricardo, as well. And again, this is all about education. I've had great guests on my show like Robert Kiyosaki and Kim Kiyosaki. They all start small. buy one stock, buy a small little piece of gold, buy a little bit of crypto, buy a little bit of stablecoin. That's how we're going to learn going forward. And that's what we want to encourage you to do. It's what we do inside our academy. If you want to learn more, go to LondonReal.tv and you can look at all of our episodes with some of the best names in crypto. You can also go learn more about our academy. And it's LondonReal.tv/buy if you want to just join us, or LondonReal.tv/DeFi, which is it's going to happen. We got some great people coming in here. William, who's from the Philippines. It's 1 a.m., so we appreciate you doing that. And it's great. We got Meshal as well, just talking about how it's important to start from the beginning and start small. Again, we are really into being conservative. So everything we do here is we start small and then we move up as we move on. So again, if you're going to make a mistake, make it with $50 as opposed to 50,000. That's really what we do. And so we encourage people to just educate themselves and move on. So I hope this has been helpful. Just type yes in the chat if it has been helpful. Type no if it hasn't. I'd love to get a little bit of feedback. Again, it's really important. Are we in a bear market? Perhaps, but what does that do to your education? What does that do to affect you? How does that actually change what you're doing? That's really what's important. So make sure you take action. Make sure you educate yourself, educate the rest of the people around you, and reach out and advise and help other people. It's really, really important that we keep this energy up and keep these vibes going. Again, what we love about what we do here is we have real people with real communities, with real portfolios, with real profiles, with real stories and real videos. My community right now is starting YouTube channels. They're creating events. They're talking to CEOs. We're investing in early stage protocols. We are using this time to build, and I would suggest you do the same. So that's my final message. Just want to say big love to everybody here. We really appreciate this and appreciate you being here. If somebody needs this message, share this link with them or share the email with them. We'll have a replay link up shortly. But if we can help in any way, let us know. It's LondonReal.tv is where all of our videos are, all our classes are, and all our interviews are. And we really appreciate that. I'll try to do more of these lives to help you. And again, join us. I'll see you on Monday for our brand new course, LondonReal.tv/buy if you want to be a part of that. Super excited to have you in here. And onwards is all I would say for the future. All right, big love to everybody. All right, invest in it. Thank you, Clive. Thank you, Lori. Just give it up. Thank you, Sharon. Thank you, Michael. Always great to see you here. And let's keep pushing forward. And that's great stuff. Looks like Ricardo's already in and a bunch of people here have joined us as well. So thank you, everybody. Big love. And let's keep moving forward. Thanks. Bye.